What's up guys, this is HowTo and welcome to episode 65 of my FIFA 13 Road to Gold Around the World series. Welcome back guys, and in the last episode we finished off with the division, staying in Division 1 with the Polska Liga, and also had a cup run. Unfortunately went out in the second round to a fairly nice silver Italian squad slash Serie A squad, but we now are going to be moving on to the next league, which is going to be the Austrian Bundesliga. And there's some fairly nice silver players. There's one goal player in there as well, and he's actually a very, very good goal player as well. Plays centre-back, and there's some very pacey centre-backs in there as well. And you know what that means? We're going to be playing 3-5-2, because if you've got pacey centre-backs, you need to take advantage of that. So, we're moving on to the Austrian Bundesliga, and as you can see here, we're going to pick up this player called Vorsa, who I've used before, and he is a fantastic player, guys. 80 heading, 77 pace, I'm not complaining. We also look for these Red Bull Salzburg players, and I'm going to pick up a player called Rodney, Brazilian player, decent amount of pace as well. And I was also looking for this Austrian player here, Schleimer, and he's got an informed card as well, and that looks like a very, very nice card indeed. He's got like 72 pace. His normal card's got 71. Rodney's pace has got 70. So we've got high pace players, but it was just going. There was only one on the market going for 30k. I didn't really want to pick up, so I just went and picked them up in the normal version. I also go and pick up a CDM. I go and pick a bid on the one in the 352 who had quite a while left, and I also went and picked up one, the cheapest one there, just so I can try and play with the squad a bit earlier until waiting for the actual watch list to finish up. But we're going to put a bid on this player here. Look for a player here called Hoffman. Plays as a centre attacking mid. I think I'm going to put a bid on him as well in the 3-5-2. But I go and pick up one in the 4-2-2 as well, just because obviously I want to play with this team. It's got like 5 hours left on the one I bidded, so I'm not going to wait for that long until we play with the team. I want to build it and get straight into the game. So we're going to pick up a left mid there. He's called Salvento. He's got 4-star skills, I believe. I'm not 100% sure on that one. I'll just have a quick look. 3-star skill move, sorry, but he's the highest rated left mid, and he's got a decent amount of pace, so I decided to go and pick him up. He had 4-star skills in the last year in FIFA 12, but I quickly add some of the players to the squad. As you can see here, we go and put the centre-backs, CDM, so we basically nearly covered most of the left-hand side of the pitch. We got 2 strikers to do. There's also some fairly decent informs actually in this squad. As you can see here, we're moving on to the strikers, and there's a team of season player here, Jonathan Salino, and also Alan, and his inform was going for about 100 odd K, which was fairly frustrating because I've used his normal card before, and it's a very, very good card indeed. But I go and pick him up in the 3-5-2 formation, and I go and pick up his normal one, and also go look for this player here, Jonathan Salino, and I wasn't too sure if I wanted to pick him up because his pace is fairly slow, but I decided to just go and do it just because I've used him before. Like I said, I've used this 2 duo up front, and they seem to be fairly decent. He's got very, very nice shot on him, Solino, and I just decided to pick him up, try out his team of the season card, and it'll just help me when I come up to my reviews and stuff like that. But that is basically now, I just got to get the right-sided bit of the players done. I've got bids on the right mid player, Trimmel, I think it is. I think he's got 4-star skill moves. I'm not too sure on that one. I can go and check for you now, but he's got 4-star skill moves, I believe. Yep, 4-star skill moves, 85 pace. Probably the most decent right mid player in the league as well. This league's not very good on the right mids, but they've got some fairly decent central mid players and centre backs. We also go, and I think we're going to have a look for a keeper. Go and pick up a keeper. I'm not too sure on his name. I think he plays for Red Bull Salzburg, I believe. No, he doesn't. I got that completely wrong. He plays for Austrian Wein, and he's called Linda. He's got some fairly decent stats, so I just decided to go for him, and he was the only keeper in the 3-5-2. So I picked him up for, like, I'm not too sure, not a lot, but I go and pick up this Schreimer guy in the 3-5-2 for 1,600 coins, which I wasn't too sure if I wanted to pick him up for that much, but I do just finally decide to go and do it. And I'm also looking for another CDM, and I actually go and pick up this bronze one here, who plays for Rapid Vine, and 64 rated player, and he looks like a fairly decent player. 71 pace, decent amount of stats across the board, probably better than most of the other silver ones, so I just decided to put him in, and he actually turns out to be a fairly decent player. So we just need to wait for Trimmel, the right mid player, just to get out until I finally his time runs out and I hopefully get him. So I'm just waiting for him, and then I've got bids on the players who are out formation. So I'm just listing the players up. Obviously, I'm checking for. I'm not too sure if I do it now, but I definitely go and check the market to see the prices for the players and sell the ones I've got remaining in the trade pile, such as this player here, Traore, and I basically just do it every time I'm going to sell the players. All the players I think are cheap, like the cheaper ones, I just go and just randomly flick 2 to the right and click add to the market. But the players who are a bit more, who I could probably make a bit more coins on, his price does depend on the time of day and stuff like that. I go and add them, go and check the market, see if they're on, and try and make the cheapest one if possible, and try and cover my tax as well. But obviously, as you can see here, these 2 players, I decided to put him on that Payet guy for the same price I bought him for, but there was actually quite a few on there for quite cheap, so I just decided to make a gamble for it maybe, and I was looking at this centre back, and I was like, oh no. Because I can just tell this guy was going to make me a loss. I'm not too sure why I bought him for so much. I think he was the only cheaper one on the market, but there's just none. There's some on the market. There's some really cheap ones and some really expensive ones. So I kind of went for the middle. I wasn't too sure on what to do, but that Trimmel guy did eventually end up running out of time, and I did pick him up. So that's the squad now done. Most of the people are now in formation. We've got 3 players out of formation. 1 including the striker, who's got an orange bar, which isn't too bad, and we got 2 players with red, which we actually have bids on, so hopefully we can go and win those bids. Also, I went to go into a game, but then I remembered that I needed to go and sort out some kits and stuff like that, and a badge, so I'll go and pick up some kits. I'll go and pick up this Red Bull Salzburg kit, the, what colour is it, the blue one, and that was actually a fairly nice kit, and I picked it up for a fairly decent price as well. You'll see on a bit later before we get into the game. I think I've only got 1 game here, so I think I picked that up for 200, which is a fairly nice buy indeed. I'm not lying. And we also go and pick up this greenish. I couldn't really find a nice home kit. I was thinking of going for the other Red Bull one, but I couldn't really find another one, so I just decided just go and pick up the one, another one that looked fairly nice. And no, this was the good pickup. I picked up this Red Bull Salzburg bag for 200 coins, which is a fairly, very, very decent buy, I think. Most of them are going for about 1,000, but we're going to go and try and get into the first game. We come up against this team called Toby's XI, and I think I may have played this guy before. I'm not 100% sure, but he's got a very, very pacey Brazilian squad indeed. And I was kind of scared about it because I'm not too sure if I've played this guy before, but I've definitely recognised the squad. But that is a finish by the Hoffman himself to make it 1-0 in the 5th minute. A very, very nice finish there indeed. Then we make it 2-0 in the 8th minute from Jonathan Salino to make it 2-0. And then we make it 3-0 in the 12th minute from a corner, Rodney there. And this game, it was just going everything was going right for me. He didn't seem a strong player, but nice ball there into Allen, nice diagonal run, ended up finding some space, putting that to make it 4-0 in the 28th minute. He then brings out his keeper, sorry, that was me, I brought on my keeper, won the ball, go on the attack, and find a nice free ball into Allen. Allen, go on, Allen, score it. Oh, that's a very, very nice cheeky chip in the 69th minute, boy. We had to go and get a cheeky chip in the 69th minute, and then I went for a bit of long shots and stuff like that, more skill goals, but we ended up winning 5-0, which is very, very nice, decent amount of coins as well, and we're going to go into the second game of the episode, and we come up against this Bundesliga squad, a couple of silver players, some fairly nice players indeed, but he tries and takes me out there, but luckily Jonathan is on there to get the ball, and mate, this was another one of those really, really annoying goals for both of us, in the sense that it just came off every single player. His defender there made a stunning save with his foot, and that made it. The game ended up finishing 1-0, and it was a very, very ping-pong football tennis game, back and forth, and none of us really got any decent shots. We both defended fairly decently, and it just ended up me scoring that really, really jammy goal. But guys, this is the end of the episode. This is 2 wins with this brand new squad of the Austrian Bundesliga. Very, very nice defence. Got some fairly decent strikers and players like that. Also, some other alternative players you could pick up. So, guys, I would recommend trying it out if I was you. But, guys, this is the end of the episode. If you like this, remember to hit that like button. Also, subscribe to stay tuned to the series. And any feedback or anything in the comments would be muchly appreciated. Guys, this is the end of the episode. This has been Crochy. Till next time, adios.